In this first picture, there are a couple of 3D figures. Like you see in the first one is a cuboid. Here, this is a cuboid here. Then we have here a triangular prism, which is a 3D figure. We have a cone, 3-dimensional figure. A sphere, again 3-dimensional figure. Cuboid, a 3-dimensional figure. Why do we call it 3-dimensional? They have the length, the breadth and the height. It has got 3 dimensions. Here we have another prism here, which is a triangular prism. We have a hexagonal prism here and a rectangular prism. So these solids we are very familiar with, and we call them the 3D figures, 3-dimensional figures. Let's take up one such figure, and that's the cube here. It's a solid figure, and you know this cube is made up of 6 surfaces which are drawn here. They are sort of separated out here. There are 6 surfaces. One surface here, second, here we have here this one, and we have 6 such surfaces. So we can say that this solid figure, which in this case is a cube, is bounded by surfaces, or it's made up of these bounded by these surfaces. Each surface here we have drawn, this is one surface of this solid figure, and this surface can be considered to be made up of many lines. So many lines put together will give you this surface. Okay, it can be considered to be a collection of lines. To start with, this surface was a 3D figure. It was 3D, and now this square that we are referring to, or this surface that we are referring to, has now become a 2D figure. And now we said the surface is made up of lines, line segments, and each of these line segments is considered to be a one-dimensional. It has got only one dimension. Now to go further, each of these lines can be considered to be made of points. See? Each line can be considered to be made a collection of points. So here in the end we have the point, and point we say has no dimensions. This point, no dimensions. So what have we done here? We have taken a solid, which is a 3D figure. We saw it could be broken down into surfaces, and the surface was a 2D figure, and the surface could be considered to be made up of lines, which is a 1D figure, one-dimensional figure, and the line can be considered to be made up of point, which has got no dimensions. So every solid can be considered to be made up of surfaces. Like if you take a cylinder, suppose I were to take a cylinder, it is also made up of surfaces. There is one surface here, which is a flat surface. Then I have one surface here, which is a curved surface. So a cylinder can be considered to be bound by surfaces. Let's go through some of the definitions given by Euclid. So look at the first one. They said a point is that which has no part. So if we were to draw a point on our book, we just do this, right? This says we name it point A, but it has no length, no breadth, and no height. In other words, it has no dimensions. A point has no dimensions. So a point is that which has no part. Now look at the next one. A line is a breadthless length. So if I were to draw a line, it's just this, right? Straight. There is no breadth, there is no thickness. So a line is a breadthless length. It has no thickness. it's a breadthless length. So how many dimensions would a line have? A line will have only one dimension, and that is the length. Now for the next one, the ends of a line are points. Now here I draw again, I'll draw the same line here. Now this line, and if I want to draw their ends, it would be point, one end here, one end here. That would be the end of the line, say point A and point B. So this is the third one, which says the end of a line, the ends of a line are points. That is, goes for the third. Now for the fourth one, a straight line is a line which lies evenly with the points on itself. So if I were to draw a straight line like this, what does a straight line consist of? It consists of many points lying evenly on it. All these points lying evenly, if you put them together, you will get a line. So that was the fourth one. Now for the fifth one, a surface is that which has length and breadth only, like we already saw earlier. Let me draw any surface, like I draw a square. This is a surface, or a rectangle. Now this is a surface, and this surface has got this length here. This we call it the length. And it has got the breadth. This is the breadth. It has got two dimensions, the surface. This is the breadth. Okay, we call this a surface. So how many dimensions does a surface have? It has got length and breadth. It is 2D. It has got two dimensions. Now for the sixth one, the edges of a surface are lines. Here is a cuboid in the sixth one, and I have drawn the surfaces here. See, this is one surface. There are 6 such surfaces. Here is one surface. I'll put it in another color. Here is another surface. And what are the edges of this surface? Let me draw the edges of this surface. This is one edge. This is the other edge. And what am I drawing here in red? I am drawing lines. So the edges of surfaces are lines. It could be a flat surface. It could be a curved surface. The edges are lines. It could be a straight line or a curved line. So the edges of a surface are lines. And for the last one, a plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with straight lines on itself. So if I am to draw a plane surface here, what will the plane surface consist of? It will consist of a large number of lines lying evenly on it. So many lines lying evenly together will consist of a plane surface. Let me put it another way. Suppose I have a large number of lines lying evenly close to each other in this manner. What will I get in the end? I will get a surface. I will get a thing like this. I will get a surface. This will be a surface. So let's get back. A plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with straight lines on itself. So these definitions you must know, and in fact you must learn them for the fill in the blanks.